This video is sponsored by Professional Photographers of America, which has a community of over 32,000 photographers and videographers that includes equipment insurance, education, and business tools made specifically for small business owners and creatives like you. So I'm back with another video for you guys to try out at home or wherever you are. In today's super simple video, I'll be showing you how to do the fast moving photo effect that Will Smith posted on his IG Reels. So in the tutorial, I'll show you how to shoot it and edit it in post. If you want to see more of this type of video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button so that whenever I post a new tutorial like this one here, you guys will be notified. So I've been getting a lot of requests to do more of these easy effects. So when I stumbled upon this one, I knew I had to make a video on it for you guys. So I bought the book during the holidays. Since I heard a lot of great things about it, you can use any other book or object to make it work. It doesn't have to be this one necessarily. I think working with something like this here with a face on the cover, it'll make it easier to put together since we have some type of a target point to use during the editing portion. And it'll help us create that fast moving effect easily. So as you can see in Will's video here, it's just a bunch of photos that is laid on top of each other. I counted about roughly 80 photos used in this fast moving effect, but you don't need to shoot that many shots. It really depends on how long you want the effect to last. The more photos you have, the longer you can make the edit. But today I'm going to roughly take around 30 to 40 photos, and I might possibly reuse certain photos just to extend the edit itself. So this won't be hard to shoot at all. You can use a smartphone or a mirrorless camera, just whatever you have laying around that can take decent photos. So I'll be using a Sony mirrorless camera, but I did use my smartphone as well to get some more photos. I also had a friend shoot some photos at his house, since he has a book as well, and the more photos we have, the better. So try to have the object in the middle of the frame as much as possible, but it doesn't have to be like that for every shot. We can throw in some photos that's slightly out of frame or even slightly angled, and maybe some that are zoomed in as well. It'll just be nice to have a variety of shots to work with to make our edit unique. I really don't think you can mess up shooting these, so just shoot a good amount and we'll put it all together in post afterwards. Now before we get started with the editing portion, I'd like to introduce the sponsor of the video, PPA, Professional Photographers of America. They are the largest nonprofit photography organization with some unbeatable benefits. So for a low monthly price, you receive a ton of amazing benefits, which include $15,000 worth of equipment insurance, data recovery services, and access to hundreds of educational resources and classes, and so much more. You get full replacement coverage with a flat $350 deductible, or you can repair your equipment with a flat $50 deductible. I've been a member now for about 6 months, and it's just nice knowing that my equipment is covered and insured. So make sure to go check it out, and if you decide to become a member, click on the link in the description down below so that you get $25 off your membership. So first thing that you want to do is create your project. I will be creating a project vertically, so 1080 by 1920 will be the dimensions that I'll be working with. You can do it horizontally if you want, but if you're planning to use it, say for IG, TikTok, or as a YouTube short, it's probably better to film it vertically. Now I'm going to drag all my photos into an event folder. Then I'm going to place a custom generator on the main timeline. And then change the color to white. This will be the main background for the photos. I'll be dragging all the photos on top of this white generator. Also, before getting started, make sure to go find a track that will complement this fast moving effect. I found a fast action type beat on Epidemic Sound that I think will go well with this video. So I will drag that below the generator, and I want to cut it off around 13 seconds right when the beat ends. So I just have to make sure to line up everything else around the same time. Now place the first photo on top of the generator. Make sure to match the length of the white generator below by extending the photo. I want to make sure the first one is centered right in the middle of the frame by using the transform tool. I'll be using that as the foundation for all the other photos that we throw in. And a quick tip, turn on the frame guidelines by going to View, then Show Horizon to help you with the placement of your photos. I'll also be using the crop tool to cut off portions of the photo that I don't want to show. Now I want to move about 3 frames over using the right arrow key on the keyboard from where the first photo started and place the next photo on that spot. I found 3 frames to be a good amount between each photo, but play around with it on your end. It can also depend on the track that you choose if you wanted to go with the beat. With that second photo selected, turn the opacity down to around 30 to 50% and then move the photo around until the face matches up with the photo beneath it. You probably need to play around with the size of your screen if you need to see your frame better. Just switch views here when needed, as I'll be doing it quite often. I tried to match his eyes in every photo, but just match something on your object or subject, that'll be easier for you. Use the transform tool or the scale slider on the side here to adjust the size of the photo. It doesn't have to be perfect at all, as long as it's within the same area, it'll turn out fine. Now change the opacity back to 100%. I find that by randomly adjusting the size and the crop of each photo, it'll make the effect look better instead of just having one size for every photo. The difference in size for each photo will make the effect look a little bit more dynamic. So don't be afraid to modify each photo using the crop and transform tool. I know it'll probably take you even longer to do this, but trust me, the end result will look better. Now we're just gonna keep adding photos until we're happy with the length. You can even crop photos in half just to change up the style a little bit, but it's really up to you. So I ended up using 24 photos in total. I'm gonna cut or extend each photo to make sure that they all end around the same time as the very first photo at the bottom. Some of the photos I took, I decided not to use. So now it definitely won't be long enough to match the track that I chose. So what I'll have to do is loop the ones that I have now, which should still end up looking really good. So you can do this by selecting all of your clips, right click, and then compound clip. Then copy that newly created compound clip and paste it beside it. You'll then want to highlight the second clip and then reverse it. Now just copy these 2 clips and paste it over and over until you're happy with how it looks. I ended up having to cut my music shorter to match the length of the photos. Another thing that I did was add a subtle zoom from beginning to end. You can do this by highlighting all the compound clips that you just created, right click, and then create another compound clip. And then at the beginning of that one, click on transform, add a keyframe, now move all the way to the end of the clip, adjust the scale to whatever you want. Now you'll have the slow zoom in to go along with the changing photo effect. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to use the link in the description down below so that if you decide to become a member of PPA, you will get $25 off your membership. I'll see you guys in the next video.